and we tell you what we paid, what we're gonna sell it for, and we sell all of our junk in our shop and online at jrvhome.com. Caitlin is on here dropping links, so if you're watching the replay, make sure you hit the live chat. And if you're new here, I would love it if you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We just drove for 2 days.
2 days. Straight.
And
we did stop in Albuquerque.
Well,
we
yeah,
stopped in
but
Albuquerque.
it was like 10, 11 hour days of driving.
Yeah.
But we are here and we are gonna show you what we got. We just got back from Round Top, and some of the stuff is from Round Top, but a lot of it we thrifted along the way, or we found some things at Goodwill because we had a flat tire while we were at Round Top, and it happened to be by Discount Tire. So yeah, so we're here.
So we do have a whole trailer load of stuff that we got at Round Top, but we're going to be showing you that on the Thursday video coming up.
Or some of that, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it might be too much to show all in one video. We'll show you some stuff from Round Top, but we wanted to show you some things tonight as well.
Yeah, and we missed you guys, so here we are. All right, so Caitlin already dropped the link for the bunt pan that fell.
Oh, she's on it.
It is a vintage Nordic bunt pan, but it's actually in really good condition. They're usually way more chippy.
Yeah, it has a couple little chips on the inside, but I think it could still handle a bunt, you know? Grease that up, it'll do a bunt just fine.
It's a bunt. I love selling those. We're gonna, remember I said you gotta wait till we say what? Yes.
It was $1.
There we go, he's out of practice. $1. It's just funny because we had a conversation before we got started.
Right before we started, she's like, you gotta give Caitlin time to put the links up, and we gotta talk about how much we paid for it.
And Caitlin had the link like a million years ago, so
I know,
she's on top of it.
She was on it.
And we're gonna sell it for $11.95.
Okay, so
we're gonna get back in the swing here.
This was a Round Top find.
Mm-hmm.
It's already got a gummy snack wrapper inside of it.
Is that from Our Kids?
I'm pretty sure.
Let me see the brand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's from Our Kids. Sweet. So this was actually, so one of the things I noticed
like 2 hours.
with Round Top is that there were discounts and things that were on sale. So this was a half-off item.
This does have a little bit of like some scratchy on it, but it's still amazing.
Amazing. So the tag on it said that it was $18, but it was half off. So I got it for $9 and we're selling it for $24.95.
Yeah.
And I love, so the first place we went to was the Bar W field, and that's where that came from, was Bar W.
Yeah, and it does, the handle is brass.
Yeah.
Copper and brass, they go well together.
They do.
This is a little squeaky, I'm getting a different one.
Okay. One of the things I found in Round Top is like all the things I'm loving, all the French fancy, all the copper, the brass, the silver, the chippy paint, the ornate stuff, like all the milk glass, the stoneware, all of those things were hot in Round Top, all mixed together. And I was like, see? Oh, and baskets.
Yeah.
And baskets everywhere. Like those are the trends that I'm seeing come in. So a real mix of like bougie with like farmhousey charm all rolled into one. So I can't wait to show you guys some of the video too that we have.
So one of the things we always hear is that the thrift stores in New Mexico, particularly Albuquerque, people complain about those a lot. No, they said
Farmington was too expensive.
Yeah, Farmington was, you know, we went there, it wasn't our favorite spot. But, and I can't disagree with you 100% on that, but we went to a couple of yard sales on the way home, and we found treasures, lots of them for super cheap on our way home.
So Albuquerque, we went to thrift stores, oh not thrift stores, yard sales. And this one is an Italian ceramics, very similar to Capodimonte.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
It's like one broken petal here. I think that's the only one.
I disclosed that there were broken petals. And this is made in Italy. I don't know the maker. It says Maine, Italy, M-A-N-E, Italy, 561. But when we were in France, we saw these beautiful ceramic flowers that were all Capodimonte on all the graves in Monet's garden. So I've kind of been obsessed with all Italian ceramic flowers ever since then. And this one is absolutely gorgeous.
It needs a good hose down. I think it's been living outside.
Yeah, it needs to be cleaned. How much did she sell this to me for? It was like
$2. $2 on
and we're gonna sell it for, did you write the price on that?
This is one of the things I did not get the price.
$19.95. Caitlin already dropped the link because she is on it. Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
So it's a beautiful piece. I'm not gonna paint it obviously, and Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So we stopped to get gas and to go to the bathroom, and there was a flea market right there. So we hit it up.
So it was a swap meet.
Swap meet flea
a
market.
swap meet in Farmington, and I wasn't gonna stop in Farmington. So if Renee's watching this, it was only a 5-minute stop. I have a cousin there, and she's like, "You have to stop and see Liz." I'm like, "I don't have time. I gotta get home." But we were driving, and there were all these cars parked on the side of the road. And I told Zeb, I was like, "Sweetie, I'm pretty sure it's a swap meet. Can we just check? We can get gas and go pee right here. It'll just be one stop." And he like turned, and sure enough, it was a swap meet. Mostly blankets and food.
Lots of Navajo jewelry.
Yeah, Navajo jewelry.
Lots of that.
And like corn pollen.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
And roast mutton. But we found 2 booths that were junker booths, and we got this set.
We also, not pictured here, got 2 vintage or antique sleds.
Those
for
are
$10 each. We'll show those later, but not tonight.
That was the second, like vintagey booth, like not really booth. It was definitely a flea market.
It was like the back of a van that was open.
It was a little sketch, but I had to say it was okay. So this set was $10 for the set. It comes with 7 plates. They're cream and green, and then she gave me the 2 mugs with it. This one is matching. This one is just coordinating.
This reminds me of something I would have seen at the ranch house back when I was doing ranch stuff.
The coloring on it is amazing. So $10, and I sold that for $24.95.
They have like green lips on them.
Let's see, Miss Mitzi Man, if you go to jrvhome.com, all the items are listed. I do believe these are sold. And I think that Bree, she said I had to grab those, so I think she bought it. Leslie said corn pollen is for blessing and ceremony.
Oh, there we go.
Well, they must be doing lots of blessing because like every other booth had corn pollen. I had never seen it before. We love to check out like local markets, local vendors, especially when we travel. We like to support the local small junk business.
We bought
wherever
4 blankets for the kids.
Yeah, we also bought 4 blankets, even though I swore I wasn't buying any more blankets. But I couldn't not buy from them. Like
that's okay.
It's why we do what we do, because we love small business and we love flea markets and watching people trade. It's just fun.
Well, and you know, if we get more blankets, we can get rid of some of the other blankets that we've got. Okay, so this was in Bar W at Round Top.
Zeb bought this, so I don't know anything about it.
So I got it for $1, which is good because Jami priced it at $6.95. I thought I'd bought it for a second. I was like, did I buy that for $5? But I was like, no, I got it for $1, so we're okay.
So people said you can't afford anything in Round Top. I found many $1 and $5 tables.
So this
I even found a free box.
We did find a free box.
4 good things in it.
Yeah. So this is just a hand-carved wooden spoon, probably been sitting outside for quite some time. It's been to a lot of flea markets and shows, but I just love the shape of it. It's almost like a ladle, but it's really straight-handled. I really liked it.
The patina is awesome. It would look great in a crock.
$6.95.
All right, Odelia's on here. Odelia survived us being away. Mariah was here with 7 kids and threw Eliza a bomb birthday party.
Yeah, really awesome birthday party while we were gone. Because Eliza turned 12 while we were in Texas.
April 1st, she's my April Fool's baby. We made sure to give her all our presents before we left.
Yeah, she was well taken care of before we left town, I'll tell you that. So this was also from the swap meet.
I love
Same
the design
booth
on it.
as the other enamel, but we don't see a lot of black enamel colanders.
Yeah, and this one, the round circle design is cool. It's got a little rust, a little chippy, just the way we like it.
Yeah.
And it was $5, which I thought was a little much for it, but because we got such a great deal on everything else that we got from her, I was like, yeah, just bundle that back in, then she wouldn't have to make us change.
Yeah.
So that one I think was $16.95. Thanks, Caitlin. So $16.95 for that speckled enamel colander.
So on our way home, we also there's a Smith gas station in the parking lot of the DI in Price, Utah.
So we stopped at the...
We stopped to see if we could find anything else, and there wasn't a lot there.
But we
picked it over pretty hard the first time around a week ago.
And it was the end of the day, which usually was not much stuff. But we did find some dollar items. Remember last time I told you like everything's $1?
Well, this little brass candle holder, I love it because it even has like the hook, and you know, you can fit the candle in there. It was 50 cents there.
50?
I did some digging and I spotted this. I was hoping there was 2, but there was only 1. But for 50 cents, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that home.
Yeah, it was in the Christmas section, I think.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that not all desert industries are the same. No, not throwing shade on the price DI, but they aren't organized. So don't.
I think
we
they
found
don't
stuff,
have the buyer volume that we have here. Like they're not turning stuff over.
No,
so.
but we found like milk glass in the plastic section and that in the Christmas section. But we're gonna sell that for $5.95.
Seems like you threw a little bit of shade.
I mean, it's mostly a shout out to the American Fork DI because they're bomb.
They're like, you know how there's like #1 Costco's and #1 Walmart's and stuff like that. I think the American Fork one could probably take the #1 home. Maybe
Very
the St.
much
George
so.
one. The St. George one is busy too.
Yeah, that's true. And so, well, most of them along the I-15 are
Yeah.
pretty busy. Price is chill, but price is also cheap. So I will dig for cheap stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next.
So this is from Bar W at Round Top. So we say Bar W because there's like 8 or 9 different places where there's vendors and tents and stuff set up that you can hit as you go down the main street.
Oh, super chat. Thanks, Leslie. She says, welcome home. We missed you.
Oh, we missed home.
Cheryl wants to know if I got sunburned. I did, but this is also because I'm not wearing makeup.
Yeah, no makeup.
It's day
Fresh
3.
out of.
No
She's like,
makeup.
I have to take a shower before we go live, or I just won't be able to
I
finish
can't.
it.
Yeah, I spent 2 days in the car with no makeup. Today's day 3.
We had a
so-
super fun time with Sarah and Kathy down there in Texas, but I think next time we'll fly.
Yeah.
It was 4 days of driving, 22 hours one way, 22 hours back. So, you know, split that between 2 days, one each way. You know, it's a lot of driving.
All right,
and
so
then we
this
had the trailer on the way home. That was extra.
Actually, you did a great job pulling that. So good job.
I'm really good with trailers. It's
You
like
are,
no
and
big
it's
deal.
not a big one. So,
No.
all right. So this, how much did you pay for this one?
So I got this for $2.
Okay. And
This was also in Bar W.
Okay.
I mostly we sell all kinds of cutting boards, but I just really like the shape on this. So you might see this one coming to a woods thing by you. Ty, you ready for more products?
And we sold it for $12.95. It's already sold. Shelly
Yeah.
Dean bought it. And Lisa says, I know the owners are Bar W.
Oh, nice.
They're awesome. I wish there were more Bar W fields. Although we did well in Marburger. Like we
did.
bought some good deals there, and people said we wouldn't be able to find anything there. And don't worry, I found the discount section.
Yeah.
So we still did good.
Yeah. There was a table I looked at that the gal was trying to talk me into buying for $9,500. I'm like,
I was like, do you know who you're talking to?
I'm out there with the measuring tape, seeing if it'll fit in our dining room, and she walks up. She's like, I'll take $500 off that for you.
Zeb was measuring it because he was like, how can I build this? Not how can I spend $9,500 on the...
I mean, if she wanted to knock 9,000 off of that, I'd have been a buyer. I'd have taken that thing home.
I was like, we're like 10% of that, and $950 is still a big number for me because I'm married to Zeb.
Yeah.
All right.
So watch out for a new table build for our dining room because we need a little bit longer table. So that's
give us
coming.
like 2 or 6 months.
2 or 6.
All right. Next.
This is we got this at the Goodwill while we were waiting for the tire to get fixed, right?
Yep. So when we got done at Junk Gypsy, we walked out and there was a flat tire. I'm probably giving away the farm. We're gonna make a whole video about it. But anyways, there happened to be.
You guys will watch it. We're gonna do a tips and tricks on how to succeed at Round Top.
Well,
We're gonna do a video on it.
because we're pros now because we've been there once. But anyways,
I
there
feel like we are. We spent 3 days walking back and forth. I got
many miles.
20,000 steps per day on that place.
There was a Goodwill by the tire store. We were at Discount Tire. And we, of course, had to hit it up, make a lemon out of lemonade. Like, if you've got to fix a tire, you might as well go junking. So, $2.99 at Goodwill, and we're selling it for $14.95.
Jamie's exact words, oh, that's a wall hanging basket. I have to have all the wall hanging baskets.
Baskets are hot, especially wall hanging ones. They were all over Round Top and all the well-designed booths. So, $2.99. It does have some broken pieces on it.
It's got a couple little broken spots, but you know, you put some floral in there, maybe like a plant draping out of it.
Well,
you
it's
won't
vintage.
notice.
It's part of the charm. Like, legit, I saw a million baskets that had parts of them slightly broken.
Oh, I don't know that I saw a complete basket at Round Top.
Kai wants me to show a sneak. There will be no sneak peeks of any clots.
Oh,
Everything
no,
is
it's in the trailer out in the
tightly,
dark, like with a blanket wrapped around it.
Everything is tightly layered in the trailer. This is what we could get to.
So Jamie and I do this a lot. I picked this jar up, looked at the price on it, didn't have a price, and then I walked away from it. And then Jamie comes by a minute later, picks that up. I'm like, oh, I looked at that too. She goes and asks them, and it was $5. Come to
Where did we
find
get that
out,
at? Was
this was in the back tent at Marburger where we were getting those
Okay,
good
it was
deals.
Marburger. Okay.
Yeah. So this jar is the improved everlasting jar made by the Illinois Pacific Glass Company, San Francisco, California. And I'm gonna bring this close so you guys can see it. There is like big old seeding bubbles in there. I found one on eBay that was a 2-quart, same sizes or same style as this, for $95 with no lid. So we priced our quart jar, which is half the size of that, at $29.95 for you, because I couldn't find one online.
So here's the thing. I had zero, a lot of times I do this. I have zero clue what things are worth, but I just think they're cool, so I take a gamble. So for $5, I was like, you know what, I'll keep it, because it's got bubbles, it's got like those sides to the jar, it's got all this deliciousness that I've never seen before. And if you haven't ever seen anything before, sometimes it means that it's not super common, especially if you're a junker like us. So I almost want to buy it even more if I've never seen it before, because that means that it's not something you see a lot.
Les, Jamie's parents are doing awesome. Mariah took really good care of them while we were gone.
She did. So that, if this jar, I'm not going to be sad if it doesn't sell, but I would be surprised if it didn't, because it's really awesome.
We priced it to keep, but if you want to take it home, I think it's still a good deal.
Did I see Quita? I did not, but I saw Jeanette from Lehi Junk. And I saw Holly, I can't remember Holly's business name, Holly Lagar. I always pronounce her last name wrong, but they were friends from here. At the booth that I bought a big cabinet for myself at, they were in that booth, and it was really fun to see friends from home.
Yeah, we got a different cabinet for the bathroom, so
We hope it fits.
we'll show you when we're messing around with that. All right, enamel. I'm gonna say this is a coffee pot or
It's a
pitcher
big
or
one.
whatever.
Like, show them that coffee pot.
This is like a Camp Cook coffee pot.
It's like a Chuck Wagon one.
Yeah, let's check it out.
It's big.
Quart, probably half gallon or close to a gallon.
So this was in the back booth in Marburger, and I saw a ton of enamelware. It was sky high. I couldn't buy all the things I wanted.
It does have just a little bit broken handle back here, but you know, I think it will be okay. You just display it out this way with some flowers in it.
It's a little bit rusty and chippy. It's got a wood handle. It's got this gray enamel is really desirable in the enamel collecting world, and we're selling it for I think $44.95. Lisa says that's my size coffee pot. Jana wants to know if any YouTube fans recognize me. A few.
We
We
had someone we bought from their booth, and they were like, "Hey."
Yeah, I did. And who was it that I saw? She did some artwork for Junk Gypsy. We'll have to talk about her in the video.
Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about.
Oh yeah. So, oh yeah, we bought thread from her.
We bought a bunch of thread, which
She heard my voice first, and then she was like, "I know you," and then I was like, "No, you don't." I don't know what to say. I always try to play it cool.
So this awesome spoon is from the swap meet. It says G48 on the back. I don't see an actual maker or brand, but it does have like a little, almost like a clover leaf logo on the back, but it's like silver with copper underneath. It's like silver plated, or I believe with copper. I don't know.
So I actually found the exact maker. I'll have to wait till Caitlin shares the link, because I typed in exactly what it was and the spoon came up, and they usually range
big though. Look at it here.
$20+, and we paid $5. We got it. Did you tell me we got it at the swap meet?
Yep.
We bought it for $5 at the swap meet, along with the enamelware, same little booth. I don't even know if you could call it a booth. It was like a folding table.
It's a tent with a table underneath it.
It was awesome.
Like a tart.
Like that's my kind of picking. You don't need to make it fancy for me. I want a deal. And we sold it for $12.95, and it's 13 inches long, and it's got. Did you show them the weird design that comes?
No, I just really love it's like a support so that it stays strong, so you can really lift like a bunch of stuff.
It's not for cereal. It's a serving spoon. I love big, unique serving spoons.
I have no idea where you got this, and I didn't get this priced, so we have to wait for the link.
Okay, well, I know it was $1, and it came from the Price DI.
Oh.
I picked it up. I saw it last minute. And I love little baby rolling pins. It's actually the perfect size for rolling out paper clay.
Yeah, we have some like this, but you know, we can't pass them up when we find them in the wilds.
No, I can't. And it's not super old, but I like the patina on it. I think I put that one at like $6.95. Hey, less.
What did we pay? $1, 50 cents?
$1.
$1.
The Santa looks a little mischievous. Well, we can talk about
We'll talk about the Santa purchase in a minute here. Wanted to show this. We got this at the same place we got the antique sleds, vintage sleds. And Jami was like, how much for this? And at first he was like $1, and then he was like, no, you're buying the sleds, just take it.
He's like, you can just have it. And he's like, don't actually use those sleds, you'll hurt yourself. And I was like, people use them for decor. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. That's kind of what I thought. But he had no idea like what they were. The sleds, I'll give you, they were $10 each. And they're big antique sleds, so they're going to be in the $60 to $80 range in my shop. So they were a really good deal, and this was free.
Well, and you know, divided fun little drawer. Who doesn't want that? That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll wipe it down and we're gonna sell it for $11.90. Oh, it's already sold, $11.95. And all I had to do was bat my eyes. Zeb was right there, so it was cool.
And then this, you also, where did you find this at?
What?
This was also at the swap meet, wasn't it?
No, that was at the yard sale.
Oh.
So
oh,
I was
right.
at the yard sale. He was an eBayer and he was busy. So I asked his wife because it wasn't priced. Because I was like, if I ask him, he's going to tell me $1 million. And she said 50 cents. And I said, sold. So this
it's
is
an old Noxzema jar.
An antique Noxzema jar. Not only is it an antique Noxzema jar, which makes it collectible, but the cobalt blue is on trend with everything that people are designing with. I saw these $20 and up online, and we're going to sell it for $12.95. Oh, super chat from Heidi. Woot woot.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thanks,
We're
Heidi.
glad to be home.
We are glad to be home. But I was
Mostly because of the driving. Texas was wonderful. The driving, you know, by the time you're in the car for 20 hours, you know.
Zeb used to be a road tripper because his parents are like really cool. I don't want to say gypsies.
No, we can call them that.
Okay,
My mom
they're
will
like
accept
Mormon
that.
gypsies. Let's just go with that. They travel all over the place. They don't think anything of driving 20 hours, staying for an hour, and driving back.
My dad would laugh at me right now because he'd be like, "Oh, I do that drive
But
straight."
I have made you weak because I don't like road trips, so we never take them. So 4 days in the car, even with massage seats, and this boy is like, never again. Next time we fly.
We hit the 3-hour mark, and Jamie's like a crazy person in the seat next to me. I'm like, what is going on?
You know those people that have the shirt?
I'm like looking out the window, like, don't make eye contact.
You know those people that have shirts that say, I'm sorry for the things I said when it was winter? I should have a shirt that says, I'm sorry for the things I said after hour 3. I have ADD. It is torture.
We will be showing Santa. We will. He's coming up. All right, so we could not find this online. I looked and looked and looked. It's got like 2 little Dutch kids holding a cat with a windmill in the back. And then on the other side, they're playing with like a wooden boat.
I could probably find it because I'm like the queen of finding stuff.
Yeah,
but
I tried like 18 different search terms, so you know.
It's a crock. It's stoneware. It's got crazing. It is Dutch. I would call it a pitcher because it's definitely not like
quart
a stein.
size, I'd
quart
say.
size, yeah. And it does have a crack in it, but the subject matter is adorable. We actually sell a lot of like Dutch and Swiss stuff here because we have Swiss days in Midvale, and so
You guys can't. It's not picking up the crackle good for me.
it's got crackle for days. But anyway, Swiss days is really big, so people love anything Swiss or Dutch around here.
How much did you pay for this? It didn't have a sticker.
Oh, $10. I got it in Marburger,
Okay.
and I'm selling it for $22.95. So,
All right.
all right.
Was this from the Goodwill?
Tom says we love driving with a trailer. Well, good for you. We talked about all we could talk about. We ate all the junk food.
I have a problem with habitually having to check the trailer and make sure that everything in there is still alive. So every time we stop, it's like an extra 5-10 minutes to look at that.
Sorry, I need time to pee. Okay.
All right, we got a, I suddenly spaced
French
the
butter
name.
dish.
No, they're called, it's on the bottom, Butterbell.
A butterbell.
So it's this one is a little unique. We see a lot of them in various colors, but this one has like a little floral design on it.
So where did we get that one at?
This was from the Goodwill, I
Oh,
thought.
Goodwill, yes.
Yeah, when we were at discount
Because
in
the price
Texas.
tag's on the back. Yes, $2.99, and we sold it for $12.95.
Yeah. I don't think, I looked
And
it
it's
over,
soft.
no cracks or chips on it, just needs a good scrubbing, which we will do before we send it out to you.
Scrub-a-dub-dub. All right. Swiss Days is in Midway. Isn't that what I said, Midway? Did I say Midvale?
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, it was middle of something.
It's up.
It's
up
by
in,
Park City,
It's up
kind
in
of.
north in the mountains.
Elaine says that drive-through Texas can be brutal. Yeah.
You just never get out
I
of
mean,
it, you know? It's
once
like
you
the
get to
Twilight
the-
Zone. It's like, are we still in Texas?
Once you get to the hill country where it's like rolling green hills,
Oh, it's
then
gorgeous.
I'm chill.
I love it so much.
And not to discount anybody that loves lots of brown desert and tumbleweeds, but it's not really my jam. And like 6 hours in a row of it.
Well, and it's winter still there. Like there wasn't like the green grass popping up from spring rains. So, you know, maybe by April it would have been happening.
We have a lot of funny stories to share.
So $9.95 salt and pepper shakers. I believe these came from Bar W. Is it Bar W?
W?
Yeah.
And I paid $1 for the pair, and I'm selling them for $9.95. The bottom is milk glass. They do have labels on them. I don't know if the labels are original.
They're paper.
But you know, like back in the day, they used to put them, I don't know. The top is that like melamine, like hard melamine plastic, but the bottom is milk glass. And I just thought it was cool. I've never really seen
I
anything
don't
like
know
that.
if we went far enough south to see a Buc-ee's.
We saw Buc-ee's, but we didn't stop because we've been in Buc-ee's before.
Yeah.
And while I understand that people are enamored with Buc-ee's, I'm like, it's a giant convenience store
So
with a home decor added on it.
Plus, when I do road trips, I plan out where I'm going to stop for fuel, and that's like your one chance to get food and pee because we're not stopping till I need fuel again. So, you know, if it's not time, we don't really make side trips.
No, there's no side
Which
trips.
is why it was a big deal that there happened to be a gas station right by the swap meet, because we probably would have just been...
You did stop at those 2 yard sales in...
I did, but we were just getting started, so I wasn't like in
travel, like...
Yeah, I wasn't in go mode. All right, so this is little French dish, I think. Yes, French writing, $14.95. Do you remember what you paid for this, Jamie?
I paid $5.
$5.
It is from France, and it is highly collectible, and the cheapest I saw was $20.
It's got a lion head on each side.
Yeah. And we were junking with Kathy and Sarah, and Kathy and I have very similar taste. So that's one of the items I snagged before she didn't even see it. And the copper pot, like legit, she's like, I saw the copper pot out of the corner of my eye, and you grabbed it before I even saw it. I was like, snooze, you lose. Every now and then, Kathy and Sarah would leave, and they actually got some really like that
Kathy
cabinet.
bought a ton of stuff, yeah.
That cabinet that Sarah
Or not
got,
Kathy,
I'm
Sarah.
jealous. So-
Kathy had to fly back to Chicago, so she was like, oh, how much do I want to leave here at Sarah's house?
Yeah, Julia's like, my grandparents love Buc-ee's. That's why we've seen Buc-ee's, because his dad thought we were going to be real enamored with it. And
I mean, it was cool. It's basically
it
like
was
the
cool.
Walmart of gas stations.
But it does
There's everything in
the
there.
things that they sell in there are not really like things I would probably buy.
If you need a logo souvenir or something, or
They
logo
have home
tee or a
decor.
souvenir or something like that, you're good.
But,
And they got snacks for days and days and days and days. All right.
Kathy says she went all the way to Utah to get a pic with us for her granddaughter's wedding. We were in the shop.
Oh no.
Chances are, if you come here, we may or may not be there anyways. So it just kind of depends, kind of luck of the draw. You could Photoshop us in. We should, you know what we should do? We should take our faces and put them on like popsicle sticks. So if people stop by and we're not there, Jean or Tanea can hold the popsicle sticks, and then you can get a picture with our faces and the sign. It'd be almost as good.
Unfortunately, we are actually not there a whole lot these days since we're not painting there right now. So
I'm there.
Jamie goes quite a bit, but
You're likely to see me.
I'm usually like editing or filming in between steps and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you get us
this
help.
is from the DI in today's fuel stop, thrift store stop.
It looks like stoneware. Everybody said buy stoneware. I'm going to tell you right now that the peeps at Round Top think their stoneware is like liquid gold. I couldn't buy any of it because I was like, you know what? There's zero profit margin there. But this was $1 and it looks like stoneware. So I felt like it was good.
All right, apparently we need to talk about the Santa with the sideways
Okay,
eyes
but
and the
remember
dirty
what
beard.
I said? We haven't said how much that sold. We're gonna sell
Oh, sorry.
for $11.95. That's the whole show. The show is we tell them what we pay and what we're gonna sell it for. That's why people come.
Yeah.
$11.95 and I paid $1. And it looks like stoneware, and it could be for all I know.
I saw it flash by. Someone asked how these butter bells work. So you put a little bit of water in the bottom here. You pack your butter into the top of this here, and then you put it in there like that, and it keeps it nice and fresh out on your counter. Just the perfect spreadable temp.
And the way I know this is like not like a little bit older stoneware is it has some freckles in it.
That could just be a fly spot that needs washed off.
No, oh.
Huh?
No, there's freckles. There's like dimples in it.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
yeah, you were right. There was. Anyways, am I painting tonight? Yes, we are painting like 2 things.
Yep, couple things.
And I did know that Rick at Pawn Stars, that his pawn shop had a cutout because I have a photo and I made it look like it was him and people thought I really saw him, but it wasn't him.
Just got to make sure you don't get the glare on it. All right, so Dollar Santa. It's a wonderful toy. It's Ideal B, made in the USA by Ideal Toy Corp. And he looks like he's had some repairs done, some home sewn repairs.
Zeb didn't want me to buy him. He said he was creepy.
Well, I'm like, man, that
He's a little dirty.
Santa's
I'm gonna
beard's
wash
a
his
little
face.
dirty.
I mean, he's old. So I looked it up. These are highly collectible. I couldn't find this exact one.
He's giving sideways eyes. Look at that. He can't even look you in the eye.
It was from the Price Thrift Store, and I paid $1, and it sold already for $16.95, and you weren't even gonna buy it. I will wipe the face with a damp rag to like wash it, but I'm not throwing him in the washing machine.
He's actually
in good shape.
Yeah, he's actually, if you wash off his white stuff, the white felt parts or whatever,
Just like with a damp rag.
He'd probably be pretty good for a lot of years to come.
I saw some of these $80 to $100. I don't know if he falls in that category because I couldn't find that exact one. So I felt like $16.95 was a fair price.
And like we said, he's had some hand-stitched repairs on there. So.
I did put that in the listing, but here's the deal. For $16.95, he would make an excellent white elephant gift, if nothing else.
So I think this used to be
Gianna says he's worth a lot more. Well,
smoky cedar
somebody got a good deal.
processed cheese spread crock, but we just love the speckle, the crockiness of it.
Oh, so this is not a Rushton Santa though. Rushton Santa is a brand. So the ones I saw that were super expensive were Rushton's, and they had like black painted by the squinty, shifty eye, and this one was a little bit different. So, let's see.
So
your mom is on here, and
My
Sally
mom's
gave
on.
a super chat. She said Zeb's dad sounds like my dad, straight through from Phoenix to Iowa.
Yeah.
No, his parents will stop places.
They stop now, but 10 years ago, they didn't do any stopping.
Lou says, I ordered a copper cup. My water is so cold. I missed my
I
copper
know,
cup."
right? It's like the best thing to drink cold liquids out of. And it'll do the same thing with hot, but I feel like it cools the hot down.
Spring Chicken Vintage says that we're supposed to hug Santa before we ship it to her.
Okay, we'll give him
Double hug.
You know what? We'll take care of that right now. We'll give him a
Sandra,
good
we
squeeze.
did see blue bonnets and we didn't take pictures of them.
Oh, we were buzzing by them, and I was in travel mode at those points. I was like, man, we need to get some pictures of all these wildflowers growing on the side of the road here in Texas, because it was just, the blue, is it blue bonnets? Is that what they're called? They were popping up. These little yellow flowers were all over the place. And occasionally there's like these pinky red looking ones. It was great.
Your mom says her spelling is off. Oh, she says that her favorite thing about Buc-ee's is the clean bathrooms. I did pee in a lot of sketchy bathrooms. No offense, but some of the New Mexico bathrooms, there were a few places I was like, you go in there with me because I don't know what's going on in this gas station. And you know what? You don't touch anything, which is good for COVID safety anyways, and you just squat and go.
So I don't
That's
know if
how
I
you do
told
it.
you guys, we paid $1.99 for this.
You don't want to talk about my bathroom?
No, that's cool.
Habits.
I think this was from the Goodwill. Yes. We're selling it for $12.95. Caitlin dropped the link already.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yes, $12.95. And what did we pay for it?
$1.99.
$1.99. I just liked the speckle on it. I don't care the clasp doesn't work. Honestly, if it was me, I would take off the clasp completely. I would probably ditch the lid. I know that's sacrilegious. And then just keep just this because I think it'd be so pretty with flowers in it. Just the stoneware.
Were these 3 jars? So
Harvest Hill says that we're making her want a road trip. The disgusting bathroom store makes you want a road trip.
it's actually pretty great. We had tons of long conversations, and then we also have long moments of silence when Jamie's like, I can't right now.
I like to read really weird scientific articles about stuff, and Zeb's like, what are you reading? I'm like, you don't really want to know.
And then she's like, yeah, you do. And she read me like a whole scientific article. I was like, oh, yeah, well, it was intriguing.
Yeah, there we go. So this is made in Holland. So I bought these from a vendor in Bar W who said she had not quite made her booth rent back. And so I kept searching after I'd already bought a vanity, and I found these for $10. and they're Dutch. And this particular pattern, I can't remember what it's called, but it's really, really popular in Dutch design. They're canisters.
Did you say that the container was made in Holland?
Yes.
They're like little nesting canisters. There's 3 of them that go in here.
$24.95, and I bought it for $10. And I bought it from the sweetest lady.
She was very nice.
She was so nice. So that made it even better. Oh, Wedgwood. That's the tin. It's Wedgwood. Kai says they're rare. Well, hopefully somebody picks them up for $24.95 if they're rare. Leslie, I try to look everything up, but sometimes I don't, and you get a smoking deal.
I think this bear was $4.
Yes, the bear was $4. I've never seen anything like it. It was from the yard sale in Albuquerque from the eBayer. And show them what the best part is.
She didn't even know it did this.
Well, I knew it had the potential because
It's like a little kid's toy.
Yeah. So I paid $4 for it, and let's see, Caitlin hasn't dropped the link, but I know that it's coming. The maker, can you read it on there?
Yes, Edward Mobley Company, manufactured in by Aero Rubber and Plastic Core.
And I'm selling it for $12.95, and I saw them anywhere from like $20 on up for the squeaker bears. This one has like some wear issues, but it squeaks. And it's rubber.
Jamie didn't even know it squeaked. We got all the way home and I grabbed it and I squeezed it and it squeaked. I'm
please don't do that again.
I'm like,
We've
guess
already
what?
been in the car 8 hours.
Bonus, the squeaker works on
He's
the
like,
bear.
squeak, squeak, squeak. I'm like, ah. At 8 hours, you cannot be squeaking.
While we're talking about yard selling, the guy had probably 30 of these sitting on a shelf, maybe 40. And these were Jamie's favorite. Just some, oh, you can't even hardly tell.
Yeah,
it's like a wire mannequin for like jewelry.
He had
and
an
things.
ex-girlfriend that really liked him, apparently. That's what he said. So I paid $4 for that one, and I paid $6 for this one. These always sell really well. They're tall, probably like, what, 2 feet, maybe 28 inches tall.
Yeah. This one might not quite be 2 feet.
Oh, Jean's here. A vintage dog toy. Don't give that to your dog. It's collectible. Jean has a very ferocious dog. So the black one is $22.95, and this one is like a brown oil rubs bronze color, and it's $24.95. Or
This
no,
one
it's $22.95 too.
This one has a
There you
wood
go.
stand.
Oh yes, so they're both $22.95. I just like the mesh. They look like French mannequins, which is like my favorite thing in the whole world. Shelly says that her dog ran into the room when you squeezed the bear.
It does sound just like a dog toy, right?
Jean says all the dogs are coming to watch the channel after hearing the squeak.
They're like, what was that?
Anna says, I'm from New Mexico and I agree about gas station bathrooms. I stopped at McDonald's instead. It was not every gas station. It's just the ones that I told you, Zeb only stops when we have to get gas. So wherever that happens to be, we get it's like the gas station du jour.
So this looks like it has like wheat stalks on it or something of that nature. It's milk glass. We got it for $1 at the DI in Price.
It's got like, did you say it's got wheat on it?
Yeah.
To me, it looks like braided hair.
Yeah, it's sweet. But now I can't unsee braided hair. But just a fun little dish. What do we?
I don't remember.
Milk glass
We'll have
dish.
to wait for Pam. I'll show the other one. This
Okay.
one was 50 cents. And this one says, hold on.
Little tulip vase.
Oh,
It's got a maker on it.
handle?
I think it's
Randall.
an R. Randall.
Randall. I've not seen that before.
With
Maybe
a number 2.
With a number 2, maybe that means it's extra special valuable. So, this one is $9.95, and I believe that one is $6.95. Cape says at least bathrooms are open this year. Here's the thing: if
We found some that
either
weren't.
your bathroom is open, or I'm gonna squat beside the car because I ain't too proud. We travel with TP. Or a 44-ounce cup, whatever, because I've had 5 kids and I ain't holding it. There was one time that Zeb made me hold it for a really long time.
When?
That time that I was walking funny into the gas station.
I don't remember it.
I thought I
Was it on this trip?
gonna need extra pants, yeah.
Well,
but I made it!
Well, she's like,
Victorious.
I gotta go to the bathroom, and then there was nothing for like 40 minutes.
No, it was 2 hours after I told you I
wasn't
had to
2
go the first time.
hours.
And I should have just said pull over because, I mean, whatever.
I don't think it was 2 hours. I think because you had to go to the bathroom that your time was skewed.
All right, we'll stop the potty talk. So here's
This was This is $8.95.
Yes, and I paid, I believe, $1 for it. Where did we get that?
This, I believe, came.
Was it from Goodwill or was it from?
No. This is from. I think you
Marburger?
found it in Marburger.
Okay.
In that last
And the
booth.
thing that makes this the best is there's a giant bubble in the knobby on top.
Yep. I don't know. Can you see
Les
the bubble?
says take a large pot with you in TP. I could just bring an antique fender bucket. I didn't buy any, but I saw a lot of them. People, I'd pick them up at like by the handle, and then everybody would be like, "Do you know what that is?" And I'm like, "Listen, I know what that is. I didn't know the first time I bought one, but all my people told me, and now I know and can recognize fender buckets."
All right, I'm gonna show you these close because these are small. These are from Hyde Park. They're just little like plaques, but
They're actually
there's like a little
coasters.
dish. Oh,
Somebody said ashtray, but I looked them up. They're coasters. And the only set I found like this with the horses was $30 for the set. So I'm actually going to sell them for $4.95 each, so people can just buy them individually, because I think they'd just be really cute in a little vignette where you could like take off your rings next to the sink or whatever. And I paid $10 for the set, so I paid $2.50 each, and I'm selling them for $4.95 each. And they're from Marburger. Yes,
some of them have more
Ty
patina.
and Mariah don't have a YouTube yet, just an Instagram.
Ty says it'd kill him right now to do an Instagram. He's trying to get all the wood orders out.
Yeah, he's working. All right, next are these brass butterflies. I got a set of 4 of them for $6, and these are from the yard sale, the second yard sale that we stopped at in Albuquerque. And I think I sold them for like $24.95, $22.95, somewhere in there. I can't remember, but they're really cool. Only 2 of them have antenna, but that's not really the cool part. So they all have like little.
The cool part's that they're
rings.
brass.
Yeah,
Usually
they're
we find
brass.
those and they're like plastic or sometimes cast iron.
So these are really popular in Bohemian and mid-century design.
But fun design on those. They have little rings on the back so you can hang them.
Les says don't use public toilets when you're traveling on the highways. I guess she really just wants me to bring a pot. Got it. $22.95. And
right.
Angelina says my mom used to have those butterflies.
So we got this at the same place that we got the butterflies. They were $5 for the set, which I thought was a screaming deal, but they're just big wood candlesticks.
Yes.
And we're probably, Jamie's like, let's paint them all white, and then wouldn't it be fun to do like a crockery stamp or something on the front?
I was going to use the classic pots.
Oh, classic pots.
On the front, because we still have a few left from our IOD tube.
We may or may not get to that tonight. We'll see.
Kathy, if it's just one transaction, the computer will calculate it. There's like shipping tiers, so if it's up to $40, it's like $14.95. If you go over $40, I think it's like $22. And it's like, it's done in tiers. If you've done multiple orders, you'll have to email Caitlin and she can combine them.
So this is wood. It's like a little corbel shelf where you
Came from
could
the Goodwill.
only find one, but it does have hanging hardware on the back. It was $5.99 at the Goodwill.
And I think we're gonna sell for $18.95 painted. We're almost there. I think, oh, that's it.
And we have these copper pots.
Oh, well, you guys know I'm
And
obsessed with.
I don't know if we showed the mirror.
Oh no, that's a good one.
So
This one was $5.
lots of, I think
It
we
should just
can,
be cleaned.
I think we can get it washed. There might be some cloudiness on it, but is that brass or copper?
I don't know, but the patina is
I think it's
bomb. I know for
brass.
sure there's brass on there, but I think the handle might be copper. I haven't really polished it to see. But it's got flowers on the back. And before we ship it, we won't polish it, but we will clean the mirror because it's a little bit dirty. Les says don't even touch the doorknobs. So I get a paper towel and I open it and then I throw it away. That's what my mom showed me.
Yep.
And I use my elbow when I get in. And at one point they had just a handle, so not this shirt, but the inside of another shirt. And that's not because of COVID, that's just because that's how I was raised.
Yeah, you gotta line the toilet seat too.
Angelina says those mirrors creep me out.
You gotta line the toilet
The
seat or
pretty
hover.
vanity mirrors creep you out? What's creepy about it? Did you watch too much
Watching some weird
Snow White?
movies. You watching some weird movies.
All right, $14.95, and I paid $5 for the little mirror.
So I believe this is.
Jana says it's got vintage dirt, maybe. I mean, if you buy it and you don't want me to clean it, you're gonna have to let me know, because I was just gonna Windex just the mirror.
I can't tell. This is cast. The handles are, but I can't tell what kind of metal they're out of. They look like if I polish them up that they're almost like a pewter, but I don't think so.
They're really heavy.
Yeah.
They're riveted
Copper
copper
pan.
pots. You definitely cannot cook in them. They are for decor only. But this one is $24.95, and I think the tag says like
So it just has, it said 14.
14, and that's probably about right for that. I did not get a super great deal on these, but I can't pass up copper, and I know it sells really well. And so sometimes I'll buy things just because I really like it.
This one just has an amazing handle.
Yeah, it's like forged.
Yeah.
And that one was $18.
Yeah, and we are selling it for $28.95. And then also, I think you got this at the same place.
Yeah, that's a cake pan.
This one is 15.
It's a big cake pan.
Copper cake pan, complete with patina.
Yep, and the copper frying pan is $28.95, and I paid $18 for it.
But it's got a little hanging ring, so you can like hang it.
Oh, Caroline Whitfield bought the candles, and she doesn't want them painted.
No painting on the candles. Gonna do your own magic or leave them black?
They're good black.
Yeah, they are.
They have a little bit of distress.
We don't usually find them like that with the big square base. They were really unique, so I snagged them up.
Les says she likes my hair. It's down because I washed it.
All right, I'm gonna go
It's
get,
air drying.
I guess we're only painting one thing.
Yeah, that's good because I'm tired. So when we find pieces like this, we love to paint them and bring back all the detail. And I mean, the wood with the gold tone isn't bad, but it's also not especially good. So we're gonna paint this. Cheryl says, I grew up with copper bottom pots and cast iron pans. Oh, and speaking of pans, we had those set of non-stick pans that we showed a few weeks back, and a lot of people wanted to buy them, and we sold out like before I was done with that stay-at-home shopping network. They are back in stock. We also got like 8 new pairs of joggers and some new home decor. So if you go to JRV Home for the thrift haul, go to the home decor and JRV closet, search new to old, and you can see the new items that have come in. Some of them are super cute, so you don't want to miss out.
All right,
My hair
here's a
grows
towel.
fast. No, I just only cut it like twice a year.
She usually, and when she says cut, it's just mostly like a trim.
I probably should cut more because I always have split ends. The split ends are from throwing it up in the...
What color do you want for that?
Oh, whatever color you grab.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Janine says there's numerous books and movies with souls being trapped behind mirrors. Well, then you wouldn't like any mirror. I don't watch any of those movies. Thank you. Caitlin just dropped the link. So we get all of our paint, we sell all of our paint at jamirayvintage.com. That's our DIY website, and that's where you can get the paint, the brushes, the IOD, the stencils, the decoupage paper. And if you haven't watched the newest video that Debbie put out, definitely check out Debbie's Design Diary. She is one of our decoupage paper retailers, and the video is amazing. It came out like yesterday or the day before. It was like the middle of the night when it released.
I feel like we should make this look like concrete.
Concrete. Okay, so we're gonna paint it in
Prairie gray.
Prairie gray. Okay.
Yep. I just think it really lends itself to that.
All right, I got it.
You got it open?
Yep.
I don't have to get the kitchen screwdriver out, also known as a butter knife.
While we
There's
were,
gotta be something I can paint. Now, since we're not painting 2 things, I'm just stuck sitting here.
well, you can respond to comments.
Okay, let me see them.
Okay, so this is Prairie gray. Maybe you should paint.
Wow, you're really glopping that on there.
So what was I talking about before you sat
know.
down? Now I lost my train of thought. Oh well. It wasn't important anyways.
They're saying that her that Debbie's decoupage video was so good.
It was really good. Oh, so Zeb used a butter knife while we were at our Airbnb because the door would not shut in the bathroom because the doohickey, what's it called?
Oh, the latch.
The catch.
Yeah.
The catch was coming out, and Zeb just got a butter knife and fixed it. And Sarah and Kathy were like, of course Zeb can fix that with a butter knife. I was
Well,
like,
it was to the point where you couldn't even close the door because the screw was hanging out and it was catching on the door. So we like couldn't lock the door in the bathroom, which, you know, is fine, you know, no surprises there. We're all adults, but at the same time, you know, maybe in the middle of the night, you don't want to be surprised if someone else has to go to the bathroom at the same time you do.
yeah. We stayed at the most gorgeous ranch, about 30 minutes outside of Round Top. There were cows and deer and goats and pigs and chickens. It was like a wildlife preserve. I actually think it's the old Hunt Lodge where we stayed. The lady was really cute. She's like, oh, you're getting sheep? She's like, are you eating your sheep or are they pets? I'm like, they're pets. She's like, my animals are pets too. She had like fixed goats and cute chickens.
We also saw springbok.
There were springbok there. That was cool.
Which are like, I think if I'm saying
Want
the
to
right
grab the heat
thing,
gun, sweetie?
they're different. Maybe the springbok are the little ones, but I think they're the bigger ones that are basically like African elk. They're huge. So
we did not go to
Cindy,
Africa, but we saw
Cindy has an amazing question. I'm gonna pitch it to you.
Are you gonna pitch it to me and then
Cindy
give me the heat gun?
Fleer asked, "What was the most amazing item you saw at Round Top that price-wise, if it wasn't an issue or over your spending budget, but if money wasn't, I said that all wrong. Okay, at Round Top, that price-wise was over your spending budget, but if money wasn't part of the equation, what would you have got? What was your favorite thing you saw?"
I can't narrow it down to one thing, but there were so many gorgeous corbels and chippy, like...
They're like $100, $150 each though, but they're big.
Yeah, like 18th, 19th century. Yeah. 18th, 19th century, like French antiques with original patina and paint. Like, there's not one of them that I would have say was my favorite, but there was like 100 of them, and I would have brought them all home with me. Oh, I also liked those atriums, the ones with the glass and the metal, like almost like a greenhouse. Those are really cool.
So you guys know I love clocks. We went to a Swedish antiques dealer that was on the side of the road. And
Don't tell them all our stories.
Well, there'll be a short video on it. Maybe we'll put it out like Monday morning or whatever. Anyway, I made a little video because he had so many clocks. It's just a video on clocks.
Actually tell him why you made the video.
I made the video because Jamie sat down and started talking to him, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
No, he said, here, come let me show you something. And so of course, like,
it was on his phone. He was showing her
sat down
like all his great picking. He spends the summers in Sweden, so he's like giving her all his tips and tricks. You know, he's selling the farm because Jamie's like the great interrogator without
I don't even
having to
interrogate.
ask.
People just tell me their life story. They like to talk to me.
So I'm taking pictures and getting video of all these clocks, but I loved the clocks. They were like $4,600 each, and for me, I was like, nope. But
they were not Moras. So
no.
Most of them that you see are not Moras. And actually the Mora that I got is actually not a Mora. He told me it was a Norse klocka, which is actually more desirable than Nora's, but he gave us lots of really great information. When an antique dealer that has great stuff says, come sit down, I'm gonna show you some pictures and tell you some stuff, I will sit down and I will listen, because that is information. That's how you make connections and learn about things, because I'm new to the picking world. I've only really been doing serious picking for probably 3 or 4 years. Previous to that, I had no idea.
Previous to that,
I've been buying junk my whole life.
Previous to that, we only hit up thrift stores and the occasional yard sale.
Yeah, so I'm trying to learn more things. I did love me a swap meet. I loved the one in Calexico growing up. In fact, the one today, I was like, oh, this is just like home.
Correction, springbok is an African gazelle. Yeah, I think the springboks are the smaller ones. What are the big ones that have like the similar horns that are just like the two coming out? I'll have to look it up. I know it's like at the edge of my tongue, but I can only remember the name of the little one. Deanna, I'm not sure how, maybe she just is saying that it's also sold, the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint is also sold by us. Because we're not wholesalers we're just retailers of Sweet Pickins Milk Paint.
Yeah,
but if you need to get some, we ship all over, we can ship the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint internationally to a lot of places.
Nowhere in the UK that
I know
has
the UK is struggling to get, we used to ship all the time to there, and
They're
you guys
not
are on
struggling.
hold right now.
We're struggling to understand their new tax situation.
Yeah, the new tax situation is tricky. It doesn't work well. There's not just something we can click a button. We have to like figure out all the stuff.
We've been trying.
A Cuda, maybe. No, it's not an Impala. They're big. They like literally these things probably, their shoulders were probably as high as my shoulder or my head. Like they're tall like a horse.
I got to see a lot of like wildlife early in the morning because Zeb is a sleeper inner. And I can't sleep when I travel. So I get up and walk around and enjoy stuff.
Our name may pop up in like a Google search on that, Deanna, just because we've used it so much and done so many videos. It's searchable with us now.
We're Googleable.
Yeah.
It's like life goal, become Googleable. I don't know that I'm...
You put that paint on so thick. We're gonna be here all night watching the paint dry.
It's very exciting. So when DIY paint dries, it gets light because it's clay based, but then when you seal it, it gets wet again, and then it turns dark. No, I think, honestly, I think there's, it was really kind of greasy, so there's bleed through. So this is dry, it just looks wet, which is okay because that's gonna add to the look here.
Oh, I found them. I think I found them. I had to search up what I thought I saw. Hang on. Because people keep trying to guess and I don't think the names are right.
I think I shared a picture, but I don't know.
Hang on, I'm almost there. There's a lot of them.
A lot of pictures? Yeah.
Gemsbach. I don't know why I couldn't remember. I knew it ended with Bach. They had a couple Gemsbach on the place we were staying.
I'll let you wax since I painted. How about that?
Okay, but you need to dry that more.
Oh no, it was greasy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So sometimes when you have grease underneath, it comes through the clay paint like this. So it looks wet, but it's not. So you should wash the grease off, but we
Okay,
don't.
so you see the difference in the color variation? We're already getting that good concrete cement look. And I don't know about you guys, but all the cement stuff, the planters and everything, we've had a few of them at JRV home. Hey, Jack. Jack missed you guys too. He's like, hey, you've been gone a long, he FaceTimed us the other day. He's like, you've been gone a long time. When are you coming
Grandma
home?
washed your blanket. Yeah. It's all clean. Grandma takes good care of you, huh?
Yeah. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, the place we were staying, they had a couple of those along with chickens and goats and some pigs and a lot of cows. But it was great. We were literally on the farm.
Jamie, you look like you're tired. Yep. I have no makeup and I did 2 10-hour days and I don't sleep when I travel, so I haven't
2
slept
10-hour
in a
days
week.
of driving. Well, going from Bernie to Albuquerque was like a 12-hour drive once you stop and eat and get gas.
Rosanda said, Jamie, my son was impressed with your hair and Born. I had it in a messy bun. Bernie, sorry. I actually tried to wear my hair down the first day we arrived in Texas and it looked gorgeous for about 10 minutes and then it was frizzy, so I gave up. But anyways, it looked just like my messy bun. I actually did the messy bun in Bernie without a mirror. Because I don't even need
it was a little flop to the side.
But he said the whole time he was looking at you, he was visualizing you bopping like in the TikTok video. I do dance. Did you color eggs? You didn't color eggs, huh?
We do it Sunday. We do it Easter morning.
Hey, somebody bought that. Don't do that.
Don't hurt the Santa.
We'll color eggs like Monday, maybe.
No, I think we're doing it tomorrow.
Are we doing it? We don't have any eggs.
We got plenty of little eggs over there.
Okay, we'll make our own egg dye.
I mean, yeah, you just a little vinegar and some food coloring and you're good.
It's prairie gray, not weathered wood.
Oh, did I say weathered wood? I might have said weathered wood. Weathered wood also works for this. Okay.
For a large hutch or a dresser with 3 pickens, at least a quart, possibly a gallon if it's huge and you're painting inside and outside. If it's just the outside and it's not white, a quart will do.
Okay, so white wax with the DI white wax. It's nice, creamy, soft, goes on super smooth. You don't have to have your paint ultra cured. Now I'm going to take a paper towel to it.
It's prairie gray was the paint color we used and white wax. And this is DIY, so it's all natural, totally safe for us to use in the kitchen. We carry this at JamiRayVintage.com too. Give Jack a big hug. Sally wants me to give you a big hug.
He's been getting squeezes all afternoon. We played some Frisbee outside when I got home because he broke his Frisbee, but someone got him a new one while I was gone. Did Aunt Mariah get you a new one or was that Uncle Ty?
Oh, our neighbors.
Oh, the neighbors.
When we broke it, so they...
The neighbors offered you the Frisbee? Well, that was awfully nice of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm literally just, oh, you guys can't even hardly see because of those huge candlesticks.
No, we're not painting because she bought them and didn't want to paint
We're
them.
not painting the candlesticks. Oh, I missed some wax.
Who is the maker of Sweet Pickens? It's Sasha. She's my friend.
lives here in Utah.
Yep. It's made in like just outside of Tooele. I always forget the town. It's like this
Now
little
you made
small
me
area.
forget.
I know.
Starts with an S.
Jack, do you think that Santa is creepy?
Yeah.
Jack, tell him what happened while I was
Stansberry.
gone. Did you get a wiggly? No, not. She's not. She's in.
Oh yeah.
You got a wiggly tooth.
I can't see.
They don't need to see up close in your mouth. They'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I did get a very good too.
All right, so this wood corbel is now looking weathered and prairie-like,
And fancy.
prairie gray.
And we saw lots of fancy, all the carved stuff with old weathered finishes.
So there you have it.
Boom.
Debbie for April Fool's said she was going to take all the colors out of her lineup for all of the DIY paint, and we were like, well, we'll be all right.
Denise knows she lives in Erda.
Oh, there you go.
It's a really small town. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy Easter. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Be sure to visit jrvhome.com for what we showed tonight, and then jamirayvintage.com. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
Bye, guys. Love you. We
Dude,
missed
you
you.
nailed that.
Bye.
Good job. It's like you've been around us making videos before.
Because I have.
Because you have.